came to warn you, Jack, about a potential and very serious threat to Jabot.
I've stolen Haynes' AI program. I want to make a deal with you. Are you interested?
The Young and the Restless, Y&R recap for Monday, February 2nd, reveals that Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will reel over her kidnapper daughter while Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, basically warms Dominic Winters, Ethan Ray Clarke, up to the idea of her being his new mommy. At the Chancellor Mansion, Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, will talk to Devon Winters, Brighton James, about Dominic's abduction and Mariah's issues. Devon will cling to Mariah's love for Dom since he won't know what he'd do if Mariah hurt him. Abby Winters, Melissa Ordway, will struggle to sleep and will end up holding a plushie that Chancellor, Connor Floyd, once gave Dominic. That'll lead to Abby once again asking Chance to watch over Dominic and make him feel safe. In the car, Ian Ward, Ray Wise, will finally appear to Mariah again while Dominic sleeps in the backseat. Mariah will admit she thought Ian abandoned her, but he'll insist he'd never do that and was just testing to see if she'd follow through on her own. Mariah will confess it's like she can feel Abby's pain, but Ian will want her to focus on her own healing and reclaim the son she brought into this world. Dominic will suddenly wake up and call out to his papa, so he'll tell Mariah about Chance hugging him in a dream. Mariah will ultimately tell Dominic about how she used to sing to him when he was in her tummy. Mariah will play up how she's kind of like Dominic's mommy too, so it'll seem like she's preparing him now that she's taking over that role. After Mariah admits her nickname for Dominic used to be Bowie since he was her little rock star, he'll like it. Back in Genoa City, Sharon will speak with Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, at Crimson Lights. Nick will make it clear that he's not coming to Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, rescue this time. If Phyllis is collateral damage in whatever Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, has planned, Nick will think she'll deserve it. Nick will also wish he could beat up that punk Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, but Sharon will remind him that he's still healing. After Devon reaches out to Sharon and asks to talk in person, they'll agree to meet up at her house on Monday's Y&R episode. Meanwhile, Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, and Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, will debate whether he should go with her to Los Angeles. Sienna won't like the idea of him leaving his family for her, but he'll insist they could run the Shadow Room together. Sienna will point out that the place is crawling with Mitch Bacall aka Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, memories, but Noah will suggest they can make new ones. Once Nick and Sharon return to the cottage, they'll find Noah there with Sienna. Noah will be getting off the phone with Victor and thanking him for the use of the Newman jet. After Noah offers updates on heading back to LA with Sienna, Devon will pop up and mention this visit is about his son. Noah and Sienna will make themselves scarce, so Devon will privately tell Sharon and Nick all the Mariah kidnapper details. Sharon will struggle to understand why Mariah would do this and will ultimately vow to get in touch with Mariah's doctors in case they know something. Nick will also plan to check on Abby since he'll know she must be a mess over the news. Later, Devon will rejoin Abby at the Chancellor Mansion and reassure her since Mariah loves Dominic. Even so, Abby will fret over Mariah's instability and her past with Ian Ward, Ray Wise. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Devon will hold Abby as they continue to fret over Dominic, so stay tuned. Anger, denial, and a profound sense of loss will wash over her. The harsh reality isn't just about finding a new job, it's about answering the question, who am I, if I am not a singer? Her journey will be a test of her resilience and the depth of her partnership with Mariah. Expect raw, emotional scenes as Tessa grapples with a future that looks nothing like the one she imagined, forcing her to discover strengths she never knew she had. This is where the abstract concept of a career-ending injury becomes a visceral, personal grief. Tessa's identity has been so intertwined with her voice, her artistry, her expression, her livelihood. Without it, she stares into a terrifying void. Mariah will be her rock, offering unwavering support and practical solutions, but Tessa will need to navigate the stages of this grief largely alone. Anger, denial, and a profound sense of loss will wash over her. The harsh reality isn't just about finding a new job, it's about answering the question, who am I, if I am not a singer? Her journey will be a test of her resilience and the depth of her partnership with Mariah. Expect raw, emotional scenes as Tessa grapples with a future that looks nothing like the one she imagined, forcing her to discover strengths she never knew she had. Intersecting paths, a tapestry of tension. The threads of these stories are not isolated. Nick's growing concern for Victoria may eventually intersect with Claire's digging, as both are, in different ways, investigating the aftermath of Jordan's terror. Nick might see Claire's quest as a potential trigger for Victoria and try to intervene, creating a new rift within the Newman dynamic. Meanwhile, could Tessa's need for a new creative or professional outlet somehow bring her into contact with someone like Claire or even Victoria, who understands rebuilding a life from rubble? The business of Genoa City continues, with corporate maneuvers at Newman and Jabot providing a backdrop. But the true drama is deeply human, rooted in fear, identity, and the relentless pursuit of truth. A city on the edge. Tuesday, February 3rd, in Genoa City is not a day for grand galas or explosive weddings. It is a day of quiet, seismic shifts in the soul. It's about the alarm bells only a brother can hear, the siren call of a buried past, and the deafening silence where a voice used to be. As Nick prepares to wage a gentle war against Victoria's demons, Claire embarks on an archaeological dig into her own tragic origins, and Tessa faces the monumental task of redefining herself. Viewers are reminded that the most intense unrest is often not the kind that plays out in boardrooms or prison cells, but in the quiet, private battles within the human heart. The stage is set for a week of profound reckoning, where facing harsh realities becomes the only path forward, no matter how perilous that path may be. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Friday, January 30th, reveal that Abby Winters, Melissa Ordway, will get a Dominic Winters, Ethan Ray Clark, clue while Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, heads for a new location. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will also make a bold move, so there'll be a lot happening on the CBS soap. For starters, Sharon will join forces with Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, as they hold Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, responsible for her role in Kane Ashby's, Billy Flynn, Newman takeover. Although Sharon already doubted she could convince Phyllis to stand down, that won't stop her from blasting Phyllis for her part in all this. Nick previously gave Phyllis a stern lecture and warned that he'd grind her to dust since she refused to surrender. Now it'll be Sharon's turn to back Nick up on that and force Phyllis to face her fierce outburst as well. Of course, Phyllis probably won't view Nick and Sharon's confrontation as anything more than a minor annoyance. It's clear that Phyllis' mind is made up when it comes to her alliance with Kane and the stolen Newman Empire. Meanwhile, Abby and Devon Winters, Brighton James, will get some stunning news. There'll be some